Ooh.
And that's what happens when we forget to mute our YouTube.
Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, maybe not yet.
Oh, major deduction.
It's
Mm-hmm.
okay. At this point, like, I think it's just black prose at
Yep.
this
Yeah,
point. It's like, I accept us for who we really are, not for what people think we should be.
Right.
that's a
So,
wonderful, wonderful quote for today's topic.
oh my
Oh,
God,
shit.
yes,
Yeah.
that is so true. Oh, that's good.
Bars.
Swear.
It's like, I got to shout myself out.
So, how's everyone's Monday going?
Bullshit.
I knew this was going to be a loaded question. I'm so sorry.
I don't know how to answer that question without the vulgarity.
Oh,
Bullshit.
Lord. Yeah, it's definitely been the Mondays of Mondays.
Yeah.
I should have known when I woke up last night after having a nightmare that today was going to be horrible.
Oh, dang.
And the nightmare I had was so bizarre. Like, so bizarre. Have y'all ever heard of or seen that movie Into the Blue?
Is it starring somebody in particular? Because,
Yeah, it's like an old movie from the early 2000s. It had like, I really want to say Paul Walker was in this movie, but I could be wrong. It had like Jessica Alba in it.
wow.
And it was about like people diving for treasure and like deep sea diving, scuba diving, trying to find treasure and stuff like that.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, it's an old movie from the early 2000s, but essentially my dream started off like that movie, and it was like two girls and two guys, and I couldn't tell if I was one of the girls or if I was just like a bystander watching it all unfold.
Mm-hmm.
But they were in this Jeep on their way to go scuba diving, very random. It was the middle of the night, and it was like they just came from like a Halloween party, even worse. And I just remember one of the girls being like, "Let the nightmare begin." And I was like, "Oh no." And then I should have known. I should have known I was about to jump into a nightmare after she said that.
Yeah, that don't
Um,
even sound like something black people dream about.
girl, it gets worse. So then all of a sudden, the next scene, the two girls are scuba diving. I don't know where the dudes are. And at first it starts off real cool, like we're seeing fish, like everything's all beautiful underwater, and then all of a sudden we see this little creature. Oh, let me mention, one of the girls is pregnant. She's like 4 months pregnant.
Oh, okay. All right.
So then we're seeing all these creatures, and then we see this little creature, and it looks really cute, right? It looks harmless. And I'm like, oh. Next thing you know, the little creature attacks the pregnant girl and starts like eating her.
Oh,
My previous statement still stands.
And
What?
starts like eating her and like rips her like uterus open, starts eating the baby. Like it just got really gruesome really quick.
I
And
was like, what the hell did you watch before
it,
you went to bed?
but that's the thing, I didn't watch anything. And the dream just proceeded to get worse from there. I'm not even going to go into it, but I just remember waking up at 1 o'clock in the morning. And this is how you knew you grew up in an evangelical Christian home.
Did you sleep with your Bible underneath your pillow?
No, I didn't take it quite that far. I like sat up in bed and I was just like, are there evil spirits here? I was like, oh no, oh no. So I go check on Teddy and Tobe and make sure they're fine. And I was like, everything's fine. And I was like, that was so bizarre. And then I proceeded to have like the worst day. I should have known.
Man. When I was
Yeah.
younger, I used to think that I could dispel nightmares by sleeping with my Bible underneath my pillow.
Really?
My parents said that they chose not to stop me because they were like, I mean, whatever brings you comfort and I can go to sleep.
Oh, they were like, as long as she ain't coming in our bed, we good.
Basically, is the thought process that it was.
that wouldn't
That's
even
scary.
work for me. I'm not even sure where the Bible was when I was a kid.
Somewhere in the house, probably.
It was somewhere in the house.
Acting as a door stopper or holding up,
Oh,
But
holding up some
we have
stuff.
like built-in bookshelves in our den, so maybe it was in there. But honestly, we never picked it up, so I don't recall. I went to Catholic school, so I didn't really
Oh, yeah.
do so.
yeah.
Oh,
The only
Catholic
Bible school I
school.
went to was Vacation Bible School. That was it.
Yeah, I remember Vacation Bible School very fondly.
Yes, Reed Love, listen, you came in at a very interesting time. O'Shea was telling us about a nightmare that she had. And it proceeded for us to really tap into our deep religious roots.
When I tell you, I sat up in bed like the freaking exorcist, and I was like,
Because that makes it so much better.
and I was like, are there evil spirits in here? And I'm like looking around my room, and I'm like, and I go check on Teddy and Tobe just to make sure that they're okay. And Teddy literally like rolls over because they sleep on my floor in their little bed, and Teddy literally like rolls over and gives me this look like, are you okay? Because he was in the middle of sleep, you know, and I like wake him up to be like, are you all right? And he's looking at me like, are you okay?
Oh
It
my
was really
gosh.
Funny. Oh, good times.
Yeah. I just want people to know that this weekend it rained in Texas.
Is that unusual?
But it hasn't rained here in like months.
Oh, you guys have been experiencing like a drought, kind of?
Kind of. I don't even know what we call it. I know my grass is thankful.
Well, that's good. I'm glad it rained then.
Yeah.
Remember that one time y'all got snow?
Listen.
I will always.
That one time y'all got snow?
And everything
I
shut
really
down.
don't want to think about it because that was the time that I was really in my car crying because I couldn't feel my toes.
That was so random. Like, that shit was crazy.
What's funny though, like since I've been in Houston, around my birthday, it has always sort of kind of snowed.
Really?
Yes, on my birthday, because we don't do snow here, so everything shuts down. Normally on my birthday, I have the day off of work, like a snow day.
That is hilarious.
Oh, Shalay, and let me be clear, okay? If you don't live in Texas,
Yeah.
it's not really snow.
Okay?
Oh, really?
I said sort of kind of snow because it snow ain't snow.
It's more like an accumulation of ice that's just there for like a day.
It literally looks like what is those things called? Like the little snow globe cup thingies?
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
Oh, wow. And of course, they don't know how to handle it, so everything just shuts down and closes.
Unless you want a bunch of accidents on Highway 8, yeah.
They do in North Texas because North Texas, you're getting closer to like the Midwest and everything.
Yeah.
But down south, absolutely not.
Yep. Everything shuts down.
Literally, when I was in middle school, it had snowed. It didn't stick, but it snowed. And they couldn't control everyone running outside. They just let us run outside during homeroom.
Oh, wow.
And you would have thought, like, and it was not cold. Like, you would have thought, like, it was, like, a whole snowstorm.
Damn.
Yeah, see, when I talk about the freeze, I don't even call it a snowstorm. It was a freaking freeze.
That was a dark time.
I literally took everything out of my freezer and put it in my backyard. So
wow. Yeah, no, that's a real freeze.
We were literally at my house and the thermostat had gotten to like 20 degrees and it broke.
Yeah.
Wow. That's terrifying.
I made like a fort out of like mink blankets.
I mean, that's not even like safe conditions.
No, it's
People
not.
can literally freeze to death.
And this is why we want Greg Abbott out of office.
Yeah, you want to hear the funniest part about all this though?
What?
That was okay. So you know what? I'll give Texas benefit of the doubt. We don't have that much cold weather like that.
Right.
Now, why was they in the summer talking about them? They don't know if they can control.
Oh my gosh. You got that email?
Wait,
too?
what?
They said that, listen, let me tell you how dusty Texas is, and then we can get started on our real topic. So Texas specifically opted out of joining the electrical grid of the United States,
right?
So that they could privatize it and make their own money, right?
Right.
One of the stipulations of this is that they actually had to provide the infrastructure necessary to supply Texas with the necessary electricity.
Right.
After all of that debacle happened and Greg Abbott made millions off of people dying in the cold.
Wow.
How about in the beginning of the summer, we get an email like, oh, we don't know if our grids will be able to actually sustain you in the summertime.
Wait,
because of the heat.
What?
Maybe you should think about turning your thermostats up and not keeping it too cool in your house. I was like,
wait, what?
The fuck out of here.
It is 104 degrees outside.
I was like, on a good day, it's 104.
Wow. So they have not improved not a thing.
And then
Nothing.
it's so bad, like they send you emails where they're like, this weekend is supposed to be really, really hot. Try to conserve electricity. Eat my ass.
Yeah, that's
and then
ridiculous.
in the email, it'll try to like really get you because it'll be like, "Did you know if you put your thermostat at 76 degrees, you'd be saving $20 a year?" I'm just like, $20 for me to sweat my ass off?
Right.
Yeah,
Considering that you make us get electricity plans like we got cell phones, y'all can eat this.
That's wild.
Like, God, I hate this place.
That's crazy.
It's wild.
And they're allowed to do that legally. That's wild.
Yes, because they never joined. Like they didn't. That's why when we had the freeze and like that, we couldn't immediately get assistance because we weren't connected.
You're not a part of the whole system.
Yeah.
It's privatized. Yeah.
Yep. And I was just like, listen, I'm prepared this time though. Generator and everything.
That's good.
I even bought a tent that I will put up in this house if something ever happens like that again.
Really?
Not
That's
playing
smart.
with those.
I will be driving to Pearland.
Yeah, you're welcome to come. It'll be real warm. I promise you that.
Damn. Brittany said never again.
Never again. That's how I met my neighbors. He like knocked on my window when I was crying in my car.
Oh my God. I know he was like, this girl about to have a nervous breakdown.
He was like, we're doing a bonfire in the open yard over there. I was like, I'll be there in 2 minutes.
Why does that sound like the beginning of like a dystopian
Some type of
novel?
Dystopian?
Like ever since the big freeze. Like what the fuck?
That or a Jordan Peele movie. Like I could see being like the lone black person. And
oh my gosh. Yeah. And then because it's a Jordan Peele movie, it'll be some moment where I get to be black as fuck where I'm like, nah.
Yes.
This ain't it.
It's like, I'm good. I'm going to go back home. I'd rather freeze.
Speaking of Jordan Peele, have y'all seen his newest Nope?
Nope.
It was actually interesting. It wasn't what I expected because I didn't see any previews. I just went in blind and I was like, this is very interesting. It was Keke Palmer killed it. Killed her role.
He's getting all the flowers while she's alive.
Yes.
Because Keke is Kekeing.
She is. She's always excellent in whatever she does.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pretend like we have a segment.
Okay.
And so we're gonna say, do you have any moments of happiness from this past week? Because we've been doing podcasts all once a week, kind of loving it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's been kind of nice.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So last week, did you have any happy moments?
I got to see my nephew for the first time in 4 months.
Oh, and he's so big.
Right.
He's so big now.
He's like a whole toddler.
It's crazy.
And all I heard all week was Auntie Nini, Auntie. Well, actually, no, he can't say Auntie. So it's Aunt Nini, Aunt Nini.
He calls you Aunt now?
Yeah, he says Aunt Nini.
Oh my God.
Really grown.
Yeah, he's like lost his chunkiness. He's getting like that lean.
I know
look.
he's filling out a little bit because he used to be really, really big.
Yeah, it's like
you can tell he's walking and running now.
Yeah,
I was like, your chunk is gone.
They grow so quickly. It's
but I told his
bizarre.
mom, I was like, he will be returning to you because he's bad as hell.
Is he? Is he bad?
He's so bad. Oh my God, he's so bad.
Oh no! Does he not listen?
Oh, he don't listen to shit, but he's 2, so you know.
And that is why it's wonderful to be an aunt.
Whoa, it's so
because
beautiful.
You can just return them.
That is insane. Yeah.
It's like, I love you, but it's time for you to go back with your mommy.
Your mama, your daddy, your grandpa, somebody come get you.
Somebody come get him.
Dang, that's crazy.
That was a good point because I hadn't seen him in a while.
Yay.
Oh, that's funny.
Ashley?
I don't think I had any.
No.
I mean, it wasn't a bad week, but I don't necessarily remember any moments of happiness. I'm trying to think really. Oh, I have one.
Okay.
So I found this. Once every once in a while, I'll browse like the Netflix like kids section,
which is a bop. That kids section on Netflix is lit.
And I found this show that's basically like High School Musical, but a TV High School Musical meets like Victorious, that Nickelodeon show.
Interesting.
But it's a Spanish show. It's set in Spain. So that was very interesting. So it's dubbed and there's like subtitles and it's dubbed, but it was fascinating to watch. And they had 3 seasons and I watched all 3 seasons in 1 week because I just couldn't stop watching. And I thought it was really good. I cannot remember the name of it because I'm really bad at names of things. I think it was called like Go Live Your Way or something very weird. Like, why would you name a show this?
It's probably the English translation of something, because every time we translate it to English, it sounds messed up.
But I think it was like Go Live Your Way or something like that. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It gave me everything my inner 12-year-old could ever need. It was so cute. It was really adorable. So yeah.
That sounds really fun. Really happy for you. I'm glad you found a show to binge. I threw a color party.
Yes.
And the friends that I have love to show out. And so I appreciate them for that because
they always show out.
They do. Like, you give them an assignment and they handle the assignment flawlessly.
They really do.
Time. I had a bougie lemonade stand.
Really?
Yeah. So like, so if some people make charcuterie boards.
Yes.
I make bougie lemonade stands. So basically your station was like, you got to pick your color cup with your matching colored straw.
Stop.
Extra. Yeah. And they were paper straws at that because, then you got to choose your ice cubes and all of the ice cubes. Well, if you follow me on Instagram, I make really bougie ice cubes regularly out of different teas and herbs and things.
You do.
So I made like as many different colors as I could. And each one was like its own little like herbal remedy type thing. So and then you chose a simple syrup. So I had like 6 simple syrups. So it was lavender, rosehip, chamomile, hibiscus, butterfly PT, and echinacea and lemon. Those were your simple syrup choices. And then I gave you fresh squeezed lemonade.
Dang,
you and went it was all so out. Funny because my friends were like, "This tastes like." She was like, "I feel refreshed, but it also is really good. Like I'm eating fruit, like I'm sipping Fruit Loops."
Oh, that's cute.
It was a whole thing.
Sounds tasty.
I was very proud of myself.
Yeah, you like went all out. That's.
I also made Negro Jeopardy as well. That was really fun.
Wait, what is that?
I made it up. In true nerd fashion. Remind me to show you the PowerPoint slide presentation. I made the whole thing.
What?
So we had 6 categories. We had For the Culture.
Okay.
Oh My Anime.
Ooh.
Feeling Myself, which was the karaoke one.
Okay.
Iconic BET.
Ooh.
Gatekeep Me Bitch.
Oh.
And Potterhead.
Wow.
So the Gatekeep Me one were questions that I've gotten from dusty Cheeto smelling Negroes.
Oh no.
Whenever I say that I'm like I like a fandom or something and they want to ask me a question. So I basically went to my DMs and pulled out those questions. Okay. I did the Potterhead ones because I literally didn't know that I needed a 6th category until I was watching Jeopardy and realized there were 6 categories.
Right.
Iconic BET were iconic moments in Black cinema or television. So like one of the questions that one of the cards I made up, it was like impossible for a white king and a Black queen to make a Filipino baby who fell in love with a Black girl.
Oh my God, this is a great segue because tomorrow night they're airing it on ABC for the 25th anniversary. They're having a reunion.
Right.
So tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on ABC, they're airing Cinderella for the first time in like 2 decades.
Oh, I'm watching it like it's going to be a brand new thing for me.
I will be there with popcorn and tears streaming down my face singing Impossible with Whitney.
Can't wait to scream Impossible and freak out. I'm going to be screaming it.
Yo, it's been 25 years, y'all. Yes. It's getting old.
It's been 25 years.
I can't believe it's really been 25 years since it aired. Because remember, the first time that we saw it, it aired on ABC.
It aired live. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
like a live thing.
Well, let's not forget, I did not, in fact, see it live.
You know what?
Sorry, Troy.
Fair.
Troy's like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah, I was like, what you mean you did? Oh, that's right.
I would have been too. So
oh yeah.
I didn't watch anything.
That's true. Fair.
You watched.
Touché.
Yeah, that's very true.
I had just reached that age of where everything could have me sitting down watching, and obviously I was mesmerized.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen because I'd always hated the Cinderella Disney movie.
Yes.
I think it's one of my most hated. It's like, you know, neck and neck with Snow White. They're like neck and neck for my most hated.
Oh.
And yeah, I hate Snow White with all that operatic freaking singing and those old 7 little men. No. But anyway, so I'm so sorry.
What a segue.
I'm so sorry. I've always found that story to be extremely disturbing, even as a child, not really being able to put my finger on why I was so disturbed. But so when I finally saw that live action,
you can't really talk about disturbing after your dream last night.
Also that.
This is true.
I was gonna let you have it, but Troy brings a good point.
Oh man, I don't know where that dream came from because I have not been watching anything. You know what? I did start watching that one. Oh, that's probably what it is. Black Summer on Netflix. It's like a zombie show. You've probably seen.
I really wish that you could have seen my face because I just looked up at the screen like, bitch, you were watching zombie movies and then you wondered why your dream was of somebody eating a freaking uterus.
But I haven't watched that show. Like I literally started watching it at some point last week, watched a couple episodes, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna stop watching this now because I just can't handle this.
Your unconscious mind was disturbed. That's what that was.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
But I watch zombie stuff all the time, so I don't know why that would have been especially disturbing.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't watch none of that. I'm good. As a punk, I'm good.
Same.
Yeah.
I used to be like that, but then after 2020, I don't know what happened. I just only want to watch like horror and sci-fi. And
because you want something worse than what our reality is.
That's probably. Oh gosh,
that's a coping mechanism.
Someone else who's watched Black Summer.
Oh well, good for y'all. Glad y'all like it. Nope.
Also, a little side note: we are 24 minutes in and haven't started.
Oh my gosh!
Troy said, "Look."
Hi guys, welcome to Black Pros.
Oh, we're starting like that?
No, I was just being a smart ass. So we're actually week 4 in a Nekkid.
Yes, which is so weird to think about.
It's crazy. We've been doing this for almost a whole month. Today's topic is I'm giving myself a rose. Self-love is the hardest love.
Yes.
And this was the one I was actually okay with. Like if we had decided to skip, I wouldn't have been too mad about. But then today happened and I'm like, well, this is a great topic.
Yeah, it's a great topic. And I feel like the phrase self-love is used a lot, but I don't think that people actually take time to dissect what it means past like sheet masks and
I'm about to say, to be clear, so the self-love that we're talking about is not taking bubble baths and drinking wine. Although we're not talking about the social media self-love. We're talking about like real self-love. There's nothing wrong with those things, but they're glorified in a way that makes it seem like if you take the time to like, you know, pour a glass of wine or take a bath, that like you're taking care of yourself. And that just is very surface level.
Yeah. I saw this therapist on TikTok. She said all those things are great for self-care, but they're not helping you in the way that you're thinking you are. Because taking the bubble bath, you're still going to have the same problems when you get out the bath and you recover from the bath. It doesn't take anything away. Like it may relax you and make you feel, you know, chilled out, make you forget for a few minutes, maybe an hour. But then once you come back to reality, you know, you still got to address what you need to address.
Agreed.
Your skin will be soft and moisturized, but yeah, you'll still have problems.
Right.
Oh, that's a good point. Getting your nails done and bubble baths aren't self-love. That's maintenance.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah. Like, for example, some self-love I did this weekend was set a timer and see how much depression I can get out of my living room. Just my living room.
Yeah.
Because addressing the whole house would be a disaster.
Yeah. Like sometimes just starting at one room at a time makes it more manageable. I can't remember what I watched. I think I watched this YouTube channel that specializes in organization. And this lady said, because she has like all these kids, so obviously her house is always a disaster. But she's
always a disaster.
What? I'm sorry, shade. Dang.
I mean,
my mama had a lot of kids. Our house was not always a disaster.
So sorry. Her kids are young. Like it's one thing if you have kids that are like can clean up after themselves, but when you have like toddlers, like your house is going to be a disaster. So she does this thing where she focuses on the flat surfaces. So she'll set a timer for 5 minutes for each room and clear off as much of the flat surfaces as possible. And she won't focus on organizing. Like she won't focus on like being like this specifically goes in this box specifically over here. She'll just clear off the flat surfaces and move on to the next room. And I was like, that's smart. Yeah. Because we put a lot of stuff on flat surfaces, like junk mail, just like random shit, laundry baskets, like dishes. So she focuses on just clearing those off and it makes the room look so much cleaner. And I was like, I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah, I mean, my cleaning session was literally me having a whole conversation with myself out loud. Because sometimes, like, obviously, I feel like all of us can relate. Like, depression is a bitch. But the worst part about depression is the literal, like, mind acrobatics that your brain does, like, the whole time that you're experiencing it. Because your brain, like, you'll look at, for example, oh no, I broke this glass on the piece of floor or on my hard tile floor. My brain, oh my gosh, I can't believe you just ruined another glass. You don't even have that many left. Like you just keep making everything so much worse.
Yeah.
So one of the lovely things that my therapist has made me realize is that sometimes I need to like voice my brain out loud.
Yeah.
Because like logically I'm going to hear what I sound like and like I can start correcting how terrible I talk to my own self.
Yeah, no, that's
because,
good.
Bubble baths are fine, but if you're in the bubble bath calling yourself a fat ass, it's not really doing that.
Yeah. Lord.
Just being honest.
That's the truth.
It's just like, that's the hardest part for me at this moment is the whole, because I also, another shout out to big fat black girl. Really like, I was not really giving myself that care. Like I was like, I talk to myself, like my inner self talks to my outer self. Like my inner is a pimp named Slickback and the outer is a whore.
No, not a pimp named Slickback. Woo, that's harsh. It's harsh.
Listen, gotta be honest with myself. Like,
yeah,
this is what I've been struggling with a lot lately. So it's just like, I had to check myself. I was like, damn, girl, you are kind of mean.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, I feel like you're on the right track because it's like your self-awareness has grown to the point where you recognize that the way you speak to yourself is not conducive to loving yourself.
Right.
Like, and I feel like what you have to like also police the things that contribute to negative self-talk, like policing your social media feed and making sure that it's reflective of, positive things and not, whatever it is that you are struggling with, whether it be like image or self-esteem, that you're not following people that just feed into that. And I have a bad habit. Like I'll go through a period of time when I'll like purge my feed of things that are very toxic, but then Instagram is forever suggesting things. And before long I'll be like, okay, I back to having a feed that is not conducive to my peace of mind. So now I got to unfollow these people again, and I've got to change the algorithm again, stop liking these things again. It's a constant cycle. Constant.
Oh man, I stay on the lifestyle guru side. It's like really? A weird addiction. It's like the way that it's like reality TV, but Instagram.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Speaking on Oshale, something I did that was self-love for me was last week I made the decision to not permanently close, but Instagram is now Facebook as well, so you can do the same thing on Instagram. You can do the Facebook, so you can temporarily disable your Instagram like you can Facebook. So I made the decision to temporarily disable my personal Instagram with my friends and my family and
right,
people from my personal life, because I just did not find that I was, in a weird way, having that open was not helping my mental state. Even though I have my book account open and that's more social media-esque, because in retrospect, my personal account is just people I know personally. But right. In a weird way, it was hard. It's always been hard for me to, I guess maybe it's not weird. Like, it's easy to be yourself around strangers sometimes than it is around people you know. Like, these people I've known since I was like a little kid. And seeing them in such different parts of their lives, like seeing my friends popping out babies and getting engaged, I was like, you know what? This is messing with my psyche in the sense that, not that I was being a hater, because I'm happy for all my friends and I don't want children, so it's definitely not that. But
facts.
But it made me question where I was in my life.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Seeing, I don't know, XOXO book lover, this is not a real name, I'm throwing out there, having a baby does not faze me like seeing Anna from high school have a baby or being married, stuff like that. So I decided to close the account for right now, and I told my siblings I'm not depressed, because every time I do something, I get a text message saying, "Are you okay? Did someone say something? You done? You whipped somebody's ass?" I was like, "No, you don't have to do any of that stuff."
Real siblings.
I told everyone, like in my personal life, I was like, "Listen, I even told you guys, Caitlin, my sister-in-law, texted me, bitch, we got beef. Why you block me?"
Oh shit!
I was like, I didn't block anybody. I closed the account.
I really appreciate how attentive they are to your social media, but that also reaffirms.
We always send, me and my siblings, even my in-laws, we send each other stuff all the time on Instagram. So when I'm not there, they're just like, bitch, what happened? Who said something to you? So
that really reaffirms why you should have closed it for a while, though, actually.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, am I on it that much, y'all? Damn.
Yeah, like, damn.
But I felt so good in the past week not having it, because I am on Instagram, like my Flurry Latte Instagram a lot, but it's such a different thing because I'm looking at books and I have like this feed that's only things I want to see. I have all this Halloween stuff on my feed. It feels so good not to have it. And I just tell my siblings, y'all got my damn number. Text me.
Yeah.
But also that. But again, this is another therapist moment. I'm not a therapist. I've just been in therapy for a long time. The reason is the people that have known you like all your life, they are the hardest people to convince that you've grown.
Yeah,
they are, because they put you in a box and they put you in a role, and
you're wrapped up in that box and you're never going to get out of it. And they're not even doing it in a malicious way, but it's really hindering, because like it happens all the time, and they'll be like, I remember when you were da-da-da-da, and you've always been like this. And it was like, I used to be like this.
Yes.
And then like plus, as much as I love my family, I don't want them all up in my business right now.
No.
I feel that. Oh, I feel that personally.
So, click, cut off. Bye-bye. Love you. I'll FaceTime you in like 20 minutes anyway.
Yeah. Seriously. I feel like with social media, the biggest switch that I've made in the last couple of years is when I post now, I really just post for myself. Like, and I'm a very all or nothing type of user. I don't have Snapchat. I don't have Twitter. I only have Instagram and Facebook. And I have my Instagram and Facebook connected. So whatever I post on Instagram goes to Facebook. And if I'm posting something, I'm really just posting it for me. Like, I'm posting it so that I have memories and then I can go back and see what I posted on what day, you know, in 2019 or whatever. And I just find that I don't really post for other people anymore. And I used to post for others, like, oh, look what I'm doing, and look at where I am, and look who I am. And I just don't do that. And I just noticed that, like, I post for me, which is why it's either feast or famine. Either I haven't been on Instagram in 2.5 weeks and like haven't posted nothing to my story, haven't even cared, haven't opened the app, or I'm like, oh, I want to post this to my story today, just so, because I can remember, like, I was at the beach this day. When I look back, I'm going to post this. Or I'm going to make this reel real quick because I'm wearing this really cute outfit and I haven't posted a reel in a while. Okay. Like, and it's been such a release to just not care about people.
Thirst trap she reads. We do appreciate those.
We do.
They're not thirst traps.
Okay. Whatever you say.
They're not.
I could be casually scrolling and it's like, because my Instagram is very curated, so like that's why sometimes like you won't see a like or anything from me for like forever, and then like you might see a like from me like randomly, because sometimes I forget to like stuff and comment stuff. Because I have a timer on my phone where like after 20 minutes I can't get back on any of my social media apps, which is a way you could it really helps when you find yourself endlessly scrolling. Like that timer thing that they put on phones is wonderful. It's a hater, but it's wonderful.
It's a hater.
It is, because it's like the times where you really just want to scroll. It's like, no.
It'll remind you to be like, close the app for today. And you're like, damn.
It won't even let you open it. Like, like when you click on it, it'll be like, you've exceeded your time limit for today. And it's like, oh, shoot. But like, I scroll and I see like all y'all, even the people in the chat, like I see y'all stuff. I'll be like, okay. Why? Because y'all post, how do I put this? It's like, well, I don't mind seeing people's lives because I love being nosy. But I love Instagram being a thing where we just share the things that we love. So it's like, I know if I go to any one of Troy's Instagrams, because
she got about 5.
I have like 3. Damn.
Either way, I know if I click on one of your stories, it's gonna be some aesthetically pleasing, like calm music, but like visually stimulating thing, where I'm like, oh, that's cute. And then like Oshale, I know at some point she's gonna just pop up on screen with a book and probably be dancing. Like
facts.
It's like I've curated social media to the point where social media is no longer a trigger to make me feel like I should be unhappy anymore.
That's good. That's really good.
And because social media is so freaking I can't get away from social media. I'm trying to make my business grow. There's no escaping it. So I literally had to tell myself, like, what about social media does not make me happy? And it's like, because even the way because I had started posting regularly in June before I got sick, and I went back and like looked at what I was posting. One, I posted exactly what I wanted. There was none of that, oh, I should post this because this is the kind of stuff people like. Nope. It was like, ooh, these are the things that I like. Yes. I'm going to post these things. One, I was very happy with what I posted. 2, nothing felt fake because it was stuff that I was actually doing. Like I didn't just set up a camera and just record. It was literally like, oh, I'm doing my planner. Let me record it while I'm doing my planner. Or like, ooh, I'm trying to figure out how to make my lavender tea have an ombre purple. I'm going to record myself trying.
That's funny.
Like,
yes.
It's like I'm
authentic, real moments from your life.
Right. It's like I genuinely feel like social media is supposed to work for me, not against me.
Agreed.
So if that means that I have to admit that I'm being a hater, I'm going to be that hater and I'm going to go ahead and remove you from my feed. It's nothing against you. I just got to be honest with myself. Like, shit, I'm salty. You out here on your 80 millionth vacation.
You got to be like, I'm on a journey and you ruined it.
Right.
I'm just being honest. It's like a part of being a part of self-care is self-awareness.
Agreed.
So, you got to be real with yourself. It's like, listen, this is like your 8th vacation you done posted on Instagram. I have been bayless. All of your vacations, I have been bayless. I'm gonna remove you for a while.
Those, it's so interesting because those don't even move me anymore. And I think it's because there are so many couples on Facebook that I know, one in particular that's just truly just astounding, that I know them in real life and they'll be on Facebook or Instagram posting these like super aesthetically pleasing photos. They literally look like couple goals. But I know that actually what's going on right now in their marriage is they're like separated.
Oh.
Because the wife cheated on the husband and had a baby on him and like didn't tell him and then all this stuff. So the irony. So now when I see those like lovey-dovey accounts, I'm in my mind, I'm like, I really hope y'all are
waiting for them to have a joint Facebook account is what you're saying.
Well, I'm just like, I really hope y'all are really good because I know a lot of times what's behind these accounts is just like smoke and mirrors. And like shit is really not as sweet as it seems. So I hope all is well.
Yeah, I mean, that's also respect. I just be thinking like, So, another thing I've been trying to do, and this one, like, remember how, like, before I talked about how, like, I used to journal all the time?
Yes.
Why is it that, like, now that everything just feels overwhelming, I haven't picked up my journal in months? I tried to join a journal mood, like what, 3 times this year. Started day 1 strong. Day 1 is all that's in my journal.
Oh, wow. You know what's interesting? I've wondered this often because what I struggle with is working out consistently. I always fall off the wagon. Like I'll work out really consistently for like a couple weeks, maybe even a couple months, and then somewhere along the way I always just stop.
Yeah.
And then I'll start again, and it's like this cycle. But I know that my mental health is better when I work out. I know that I have generally better moods. My moods are more regulated. I'm happier when I work out. And same thing with journaling. Like I'm genuinely happier when I journal. And it's like, why is it that the things that we know make us better are the hardest things to stick to?
Ooh. Because the hardest person to show up for and hold accountable is yourself.
Yeah.
It's easy to tell somebody else, I'm going to start doing this with you at 6:30 because there's someone else waiting for you to start at 6:30.
Yes.
But to tell yourself, I'm going to get up at 6:30 and go work out, it's very easy to ignore yourself.
That's very true. Because I've struggled with that. And I'm just like, I need to figure out a way to get myself consistent with my workout routine, not just for vanity's sake, but it genuinely makes me happier.
Oh yeah, the happy endorphins keep me stable.
Right. But it's been like the hardest thing to stick to.
Okay. So I can give you like a petty reason for how I keep working out. I can give you a logical reason, and then I can give you like a real honest reason. Which one would you like?
I would like all 3, please.
Okay. So the real reason is, again, I feel like the happy endorphins really kind of like, it's something, especially like a good morning workout. Like I might be dog tired when I wake up. I might be tired when I get back in my car, and I will be tired after I get out the shower and my adrenaline runs down.
Yeah.
But when the day is all over and like I sit on the couch after work, I'm like, dang, I've already accomplished so much because I already worked out and everything. And like, I'm just set for the day. And after a while, like I started getting my energy back faster. So it was like, dang, this is really nice.
Yeah.
This is cool. Logical reason, I pay a trainer and I'm not going to pay her for nothing.
Okay, that's facts. That is facts. You're like, I have some skin in the game. I'm not about to lose money.
Right. Petty reason. There's this really fine ass dude that goes to the gym at 5 a.m. every day.
Oh my God.
And my playlist is real ratchet, and I be in there dancing and chilling by myself. And we have officially gotten to the nod points.
Oh,
I was like, we don't need to do anything else. The fact that you know that I'm here when you're here is all that I needed. I'm good.
That is hilarious.
Me and my Walmart leggings are going to be here tomorrow.
Although, let me say, Walmart has some great leggings.
Listen, don't sleep on the Walmart leggings.
Yeah, they're really good.
Upped their quality.
You know, Walmart clothes actually are not bad at all.
The shirts are still kind of shitty, but like the leggings,
The leggings.
I can start posting them on my Instagram when I wear them. If y'all want to see it, I'll post it every day. Most of my leggings are freaking Walmart, and they're comfy, and some of them are not see-through.
Yeah,
Walmart's been upping their game with their clothes.
Yeah, they are. I feel like Forever 21 went to the dogs, and Walmart must have gotten
Forever
all of their.
Still exist?
Yes. I mean, their quality just massively went downhill after like 2012. But I just think it's interesting that I feel like somewhere Walmart got all of their manufacturing plants or something. Because I'm just
like, they saved a lot of money from exploiting their workers, so I guess that makes sense.
Shein is the new Forever 21.
Oh yeah,
it's an even worse version.
Yeah,
way worse.
I mean, speaking of Shein, do you guys feel like a part of your like self-love, self-care thing? How much of that is based on like your appearance?
Listen, my next comment was going to be something I'm very not proud of.
Okay, what? I'm ready.
Ooh, very not proud of was not a good sentence.
It wasn't, but we're letting it slide. I'm ready.
I am in grad school to be an English teacher.
It's fine.
But okay, I need to put a little disclaimer out there first because people love to, and y'all have seen this in my comment section of my videos. People love to guess my size when I do try on hauls.
Oh,
I only have like 2 on my channel, but they always guess like I'm a size 6 or I'm a size 8 or I'm a size 4, and I'm just like, who the hell are you looking at? Please don't do that, okay? I'm not that skinny, okay? I'm 200 pounds. I'm a size 12. Please stop doing that to me. It is unnecessary.
People are trash.
Fight me in the comments. And I was just like,
about your own body?
I'm like, do you guys want me to like flash the tag every time I put on a pair of pants? Okay, whatever. Guys, it's called angles. I know how to turn in a photo to make it look like I don't have a fupa. Okay? It's not that hard. Anyway,
Roy,
the thing I'm not proud of is really bad, at least to me. So about a year ago, this YouTuber made a YouTube video. Troy really helped me more comfortable. Oh, thank you, Vina. Vina always says that. Makes me feel so happy. I've actually gotten a lot of comments on my try on haul that are similar to that, and it makes me feel really good.
Yeah, use borderline thirst trapping too, but continue.
Oh my god! You know what's so funny? Side note, real quick. My sister and her best friend were in her room the other day, and she wanted to go hang out with some boy. And Jasmine, her best friend Jasmine, was just like, "Bitch, you better go to Troy's closet because you don't got nothing." And Troy be thirst trapping all day. I'm like, what's my
facts?
But okay. Anyway, the YouTuber came out with a video where it was called "Recreating Pinterest Boards" titled "What I'll Wear When I'm Skinny." Okay. And all of the comments were just like, wait, I'm not the only person that does this. And she was like, no, like this is a real thing. Because if you type into Pinterest, I'll wear this when I'm skinny, there's like millions of boards.
That's so sad.
I've had that board since early high school.
Mine's private.
No, y'all, no.
Oh, I feel so called out right now. Jesus.
Listen. It took me, that was a year ago, this video came out, okay? And a whole bunch of mid-size and plus-size creators started recreating these videos of going to people's Pinterest boards and recreating them as mid-size and fat girls, right? And so I have never deleted it, but about a month ago, I deleted the board.
Yay!
I promised myself I would not redo it.
Gosh, I'm so proud of you because I am not deleting mine. I'm not ready yet.
Oh, that is amazing. I didn't even know that was a thing.
How did you feel, man? No, when Troy answered this, I will go into a whole like, girl, how did you feel when you deleted it?
Depressed, and I started crying.
Like, what was your thought process for why you felt like you needed to delete it, if we may ask? You can also tell us to mind our fucking business.
Now, I won't tell you to mind your fucking business, but I may be like, oh, I'll tell you in the group chat. But I'll answer this.
That's valid too.
I'll answer this because if it helps someone, then I'm okay with saying it. So the reason I deleted it, first of all, one of the reasons I deleted it was because I have so many Pinterest boards, so many, and I was going through them, and I use this Pinterest board all the time, right? But I had deleted Pinterest for a little bit because I needed to focus on school. So when I re-downloaded it, and I had forgotten about this Pinterest board for a good year, when I got back onto Pinterest about last year when I had graduated from college, I went back into doing it, and I was absorbing so much negativity as if I couldn't wear this right now. Why can't I wear the damn? I have a billion crop tops. Why can't I wear a specific outfit right now? I wear crop tops all the time, and it was messing with my psyche so bad. And I'm always talking, and we get on here and we're always talking about social media, not just on the Self Love podcast, but like all the time we talk about social media and how it affects you. And I don't think people talk enough about Pinterest because Pinterest is a search engine where you just see all these photos, and it can be really demeaning. Even there are times where I see people's like journals, like their bullet journals on Pinterest, and I'm just like, why do I even bullet journal? And I'm just like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, why am I looking at this? So I decided to delete it so I could stop telling myself that I needed to be a certain look or a certain aesthetic to wear something. This did not, like, I still have those problems. Like, that was just a stepping stone in getting somewhere else.
Yeah.
I felt when I deleted it, I felt like, I don't know if this makes sense, but I felt like a part of me like went away. And it's weird. Like, I was so sad about it because in my brain, it was motivation.
Yep.
But in actuality, it was deteriorating my self-esteem because I'm just like,
nope.
Why do I need this? Like, what is it helping me? Because first of all, some of the people that I would like repin, I'm like, Troy, you're never going to be this weight. Like, never. It's not possible for you to be this weight, like, unless you like have a full on eating disorder and you need to go to the hospital because there's just no way for my body and the way I am shaped to look like this.
Yes.
Like, just none. And so it was just messing with me in that way. And I really wanted to be better at trying my best to move past, my very, very bad eating habits and my very bad mentality. So I deleted the board. I can't sit here and lie and say it'll never come back. I don't know that. Like, that's not how progressing works. Like, I could one day be like, no, I want it back, and go, like Brittany said, private it again and go on my merry way of deteriorating my brain. But right now, I don't have it, and I've stopped watching hauls of people who do not look like me, and
yeah, I think like that is so important. It's kind of like how with the natural hair movement and how it got hijacked by people with
gray hair.
Yes, and how like type 4 natural hair influencers were like, y'all have got to stop watching people that don't have your same hair. Like, your hair is never going to do what their hair is going to do ever in life unless you manipulate it with a million products and get a texturizer and like use curlers. Like, what the fuck? So I think it's almost the same thing for so many areas in our lives. Like, do not put on a pedestal and idolize something that you will never be. Like, it just doesn't, it's not conducive to your peace of mind, to your sense of self-worth and self-esteem. Like, if you're never going to achieve something just based off of whether it be genetics or even just your position in life or whatever the case may be, then there's no need to continue to like look at it like that little kid staring at those damn puppy mill puppies in the puppy window. That's $3,000.
Oh my
like,
God.
The puppy mill.
I'm just sorry. Puppy mill took me. Sorry. I was over here snapping and they're like, puppy mills.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. Like,
yes.
Those little kids, stores. Those pet stores that are all like, oh, how much is the puppy, ma'am? $5,000. And you're just like, what the actual fuck? Like, I'm never gonna afford this puppy. Like, I need to go. Like, I don't need to stay here. So it's kind of the same thing.
I think that one, proud of you for deleting that.
Thank you.
I know how hard that was. I look at mine regularly. I'm not there yet. I am in the process. I'm 33 years old and I'm in the process of trying to not accept myself where I am, because where I am is not happy. I'm trying to situate myself in a way that I can be happy. Because I think those are two different things. I hate the bullshit. Like, I'm gonna just be honest. The shit, love yourself the way you are, is fine when it works. But when it doesn't, it's bullshit and you need to change it.
Yeah.
But also not change it in a way where you're trying to be like somebody else. Change it in a way where like you're happy with everything that you're doing.
Yes.
And so that's the process that I'm on right now. I haven't gotten to close yet because I feel like if I put everything like in a pyramid, close is almost like the top. Cause I've been thick for a minute. And the way that I can see somebody wearing an outfit and like in my head try to imagine what it looks like on me, but knowing that even that try to imagine is still a distorted view of what I look like in reality is a problem, and why I have a therapist.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm taking care of myself now, and I'm very aware that clothes, my figure, and things like that are like at the top of the pinnacle, because for me, my own appearance is very important to me. I haven't quite figured out exactly when it became such a major importance, but I mean, that's really what life is like for women and female presenting people in this world. So I shouldn't be too surprised.
Yeah.
It's just like,
you know, something I for a while stopped doing because I got this comment from somebody close to me and I was so appalled by it. I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh god.
O'Shelley and Brittany know I have two sisters. I have an older sister and a big sister. And you know, I was dubbed the smart funny sister at a very young age. Okay, I've always been called that, the smart funny sister, and I've never really thought anything of it just because I mean I'm close to my sisters. I love my sisters, and it's never really occurred to me to like think about us in terms of who's prettier or something like that. Like I think my older sister is gorgeous, and me and my little sister are always just like that bitch got all the looks. But it's like sibling banter. Me and my sisters took a picture one day, and I looked awful in the picture. Okay, it had nothing to do with my weight, it had nothing to do with my clothes. I just looked like I was irritated, and I probably was because I was drunk.
Lord.
So
X.
I remember I was talking. This was about long ago. I was talking to somebody close to me, and I was saying how much I didn't like the picture. Right? I was like, "Oh, my sisters look cute, but they weren't. They were my sisters. When they get drunk, they're like fun, and when I get drunk, I'm like, I want to go to sleep." And so it didn't look like I wanted to be in the picture. And I was like, I'm not posting this. And the person, I'm not going to air out anybody's business, but the person says, oh, wow, because your sisters look so pretty. And I was like, huh?
I'm sorry, back up. What?
I was like, what does that mean?
Wow.
I had to let it go because I was just like, whatever. That wasn't the first comment I had gotten about my sisters. I've actually been asked if I was their half sister. Like the comment was, your sisters are so pretty. Are y'all full sisters? I was just like,
oh my god.
So says genetics. Yep, I'm 100% their sister, their full sister. But for a while, like, 'cause I had never really, as young, even when I was young, I never like thought about me and my sister. Because we have age differences. My older sister is 4 years older than me, and my baby sister is 5 years younger than me. So we've never been in adolescence together. We've never really, up until adulthood, we've never been in the same position together up until recently.
Right.
And my baby sister's only just now 22. So it's never really occurred to me to put us up against each other, how either of us look. And so I started like analyzing myself versus my sisters. And not in a way that I was like mad or anything like that, because I just don't think about it, but in a way that I was just like, I told myself that I could see what that person and other people were saying because we look different. And I'm like a very like 50-50 of both my parents. Like, I think I look more like my mom, but I look a lot like my dad too. Like, if you braid my hair, if I put cornrows in and put one earring in, I am 100% my dad. But my sisters are a little bit more of one side, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I was young, I was very tomboyish, and I dressed tomboyish because my dad, when I was young, he would dress me in my brother's clothes. So I never was super girly.
Not raise me in a different family, please.
Not like I was like other girls or anything like that, but just like I had no choice. If I wanted to wear the dress, I could not. But unless it was like Easter. But I started like micro analyzing myself versus my sisters. I'd be like, oh well, Chris is like this and I'm not, and Kim is like this and I'm not, and one day I actually said something out loud to that effect in front of my older sister.
Uh-oh.
She doubled back. She's like, bitch, what are you talking about? And I was like, did I say that out loud? And it was not on purpose. It's like, it just like word vomit just said it wasn't anything mean, but it was kind of mean to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And both of my sisters were just like, are you going through something? My siblings they're just always like, are you going through something?
They're so trash. They care, but the way they word things are terrible. Going through something? Damn.
Are you okay?
Like, and it really made me think. I was like, bro, I cannot add this to the list of self-esteem issues I have. Like, I've gone almost 18 years never thinking about this, and now someone done brought up a new self-esteem issue. So now I have this weird self-esteem thing where if someone tells me, oh, your sisters are so beautiful, I'm just like, yeah, I'm aware what my sisters look like, bro. I mean, I'm 27 this year. Like, do you want to talk to one of them or something? Like, you can't, because one's about to get married and the other one has a baby daddy, so I don't know what you want. But like, just leave me alone. Like, like it's very awkward. And then I realized that people were doing it to me young, and I just didn't catch on to it. Like, saying that my sisters were beautiful and that I was really smart was weird. Though, in my opinion, calling an adult, telling another adult that their friend's child is really beautiful is weird in a general sense to me anyway. Like, those comments about, like, oh, you're going to have so much trouble with her later is weird.
Oh, yeah. We're speaking on a whole other topic here with facts.
But yeah, it opened up a new door for me when I turned about 18. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm never going to be okay. Am I? I'm just always going to have
oh my gosh
added on to this. But in recent time, because again, I was 18 at this point. Right. It's been better just because, again, I don't think about it, and I love my sisters, and I don't think we need to look exactly alike, though I think we do look similar.
Yeah, I don't know who was talking to y'all, but all y'all genetics are very strong.
You posted a picture on my Instagram once, and I got like 1 billion comments saying that we had the same face, and I was just like,
yeah.
I think we look a lot alike too, but I guess some people.
I mean, even the next generation all look the same.
Oh yeah, like my nieces and nephews.
I'm confused. They need glasses.
Their genes are strong.
I don't know. Like Dina said, I need to block that person.
Amen. I'm all for blocking, but also the self-awareness of how you realizing how you were literally the only person or in your main space putting you down is very important.
Yeah,
that's true.
Because
I just think it's sickening how women are always pitted against each other. Yeah, even amongst their own family members. Like, it literally makes me ill. Like, because they don't do that as much to little boys.
No.
It just pisses me off.
Also, whoever said that to you, like, they could still catch hands today.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't talk to them. It was high school, and there was a lot of people that you're friends with because,
Yeah, that was before purging was normal.
Right. And so, so I don't talk to them anymore, but it's always stuck with me that people tend to think that I'm my sister's half sister, which is very insulting.
Yeah, no, that's fucked up. And it's like you never really know what people's motives are when they say stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially I just assume nasty until proven not.
So, you're guilty until proven not.
Yeah, basically. So you say something sideways to me, I'm not even asking for clarification. I'm going to drag you through the mud. If you have time to cut in while I'm dragging you, to correct yourself, I'm not even apologizing because you should have come at me correctly the first time. Because I'm tired of having to cater to other people's feelings. No.
And you know what, too? The older I get, the more I realize that a lot of people's stuff is projected onto you. Like, people project, you know, and you're just like, dude, what did I do to deserve this? I just said, hey, good morning. How was your Tuesday? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because it's not like you're born with all these self-esteem issues. All of a sudden, you know, especially when you become like a preteen, like
Yes.
you know, that's such a time where you're really like collecting yourself and trying to figure out who you are. My grandmother always says that she's a teacher. She always says that middle school is in between being the biggest child on earth in elementary school and borderline crossing that line between I'm a kid, but I want to be an adult. And that's why, you know, middle school is such a awkward. It's so awkward. Middle school is awkward. You know, people
are also going through one of the biggest hormonal imbalances of our life.
Right. And then all of a sudden, and then if you think about it, when we were growing up in the early 2000s, especially, I don't see how kids do it today with social media. I thought J14 was fucking me up.
Woo!
I know social media is fucking kids up now.
I'm so glad that I was raised at the time where we worried more about street lights than what I was wearing, because I can't imagine being a kid in this day and age. I don't know if I would make it.
I wouldn't like it because there's way too much surveillance. They live their lives online. Have you ever tried to talk to a normal teen? Like, I feel like I've talked to a few teens, like some of my friends who have teens, and they're obviously more well-adjusted because their parents are my friends. But I'm talking about just a normal, random teen. It's literally like speaking to your box of cereal in the morning. Actually, not as fun. The box of cereal. Well, you know, when you sit in the morning, when you had the box of cereal, those games on the back, there's trivia, like it's fun. I was like, actually, the box of cereal is more entertaining, but it's just so dry. Like, they don't be knowing how to talk. Like, you just be like, hey, they don't know how to make small talk. They don't know how to make conversation. They don't know how to like maintain eye contact with you. They're on their phone.
I mean, to be fair, I struggle with eye contact, but that's because, you know, I'm a little indie, but you know.
But have you noticed that, like, no, but seriously, y'all, have you noticed that like small talk has kind of stopped with our generation? Like, we know how to
even struggle with small talk sometimes.
But we know when push comes to shove, like we know when we're in the driver's license line, if like this old man turns to us and is like, so this morning, we know how to talk to him. Like, we're not like,
that's also true.
Like, we're not just like staring at our phones like, I don't know what to do. They have no social skill. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. But yes, essentially, growing up in this time would have sucked, because when we were growing up, you were allowed to go through an awkward phase and have growth spurts and look and have braces and glasses and acne and like all of that was normalized.
Imagine if 14-year-old you was turned into a meme today.
Ooh, I would be made fun of. I would be made fun of. Although that was the year I got cool, so maybe not. Maybe 12-year-old.
The year I got cool. I can't.
Cool. Hey, listen, if y'all ever want to know the dynamic between the three of us, just know Brittany and I just be like questioning everything else she says
on a regular basis. Not that was the year I became cool. I can't.
No, but you know, like 12-year-old me was very, very introverted, shy, got made fun of a lot. Like, people would copy my homework, like shit like that. And then over the summer, I was like, fuck that. Like, I don't want to go through that again, because we had a center that was just for 6th grade in my town. So all the 6th graders went to this one specific school for 1 year, and I was just bullied really bad. And then the next year, you went off to whatever middle school for 7th and 8th grade that was in your like zoning or whatever. And so over the summer, I convinced my dad to let me get contacts because I was wearing glasses. I convinced my mom to get me skincare products. I cut my hair into like a cute little style. Like, I basically gave myself an entire makeover because, you know, we were always watching those teen movies where people got makeovers and their lives got better. So, and so I'm not kidding. I was like, I'm not going through this again. And then when I went into 7th grade, I made sure to make friends with people who were quote unquote socially, more acceptable and stuff like that. And I was just like, I'm not going through that again. I'm never going through that again ever in life. And so I say all that to say now kids are used to seeing themselves with filters. It's like not even socially acceptable to have acne. Like, what
Bruh,
the heck?
like Vina said, did you see how like there were young girls that were going to makeup artists for their first day of school?
Look, that is a level of narcissism that they're creating that I shudder for their
Meanwhile, the
futures.
only thing I was allowed to wear in school was lip smacker.
I was actually allowed to wear makeup mostly because my parents are, Nigerian and they're first generation, and they didn't know any better. They were just like, whatever, she wants to wear this blue shit on her eyes, whatever, she can do that. As long as she's bringing home A's, we don't really give a fuck.
Absolutely not. My mom would like jokingly put lipstick on me and my sisters. My dad would go, "Y'all been drinking some Kool-Aid? Why y'all lips red?" And I feel like this nigga's so annoying.
Man, the one time, like, I remember it. I got the Sprite lips. No, I'm sorry. It was a lightly tinted Bonnie Bell lip gloss, and I put my super shiny Sprite lip gloss over it, and my dad made me wipe all of it off.
What?
Because he thought I was wearing lipstick. So no, that was not the
When were you allowed to wear makeup? Was there like a rule?
I was allowed to wear makeup after I turned 16, but by then at 16, I was wearing like a woman's 12, and I still had an extra small up top area. So my body was very awkward at that time. So I was wearing boys' clothes. I had the Allen Iversons. I was looking great with no makeup and did not want to do that.
I agree. I was about 16. I mean, my mom didn't mind eyeliner to an extent, but also though, when I went into middle school, I hit puberty, and I immediately grew everywhere. So I was already a C cup in 6th grade, and
your dad probably died 1,000 times.
Literally, and I wore size 10 in women's at that point.
Oh wow!
Barely
you developed. You had curves.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, Troy was thick.
Okay.
So I don't think, because I'd already without makeup got older men to think I was older than I was. So I was
no, they were just being creeps.
True, but I did not get to wear real makeup until 16, and by then I didn't know how to do it, so I was not going to end up on Facebook or anything like that.
Lord,
because I couldn't do makeup, which is why I don't really wear that much makeup now.
I mean, the fact that there's literally a TikTok trend showing people's real skin as they put on their makeup because people are so used to filters just tells you where we are.
That was like when Texas banned the Instagram filters and you saw all the social media creators in Texas riot.
Yes.
That was so funny to me, but also like I understand why they rioted.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's like in the day and age that we're in, like you have to present a presentation of yourself, not your actual self.
Yeah. But it's like it's a monster of our own making because we made it like this. Like when social media came out, there were no rules. There was no this is how. I mean, we were all taking pictures of our food like fucking crazy people, for God's sake, like standing on top of chairs in restaurants to get the perfect shot of our food. Can we just go back to those days? Because there were no rules. We made these rules. Like we did this to ourselves. That's the sad part.
Do y'all remember how like amazed we were in early days of social media? Like just the fact that we had MySpace and stuff like that, and could like AIM Messenger and stuff was mind-boggling to us.
First of all, I was a coding connoisseur.
Oh yes.
And I had twins. In my freshman year of high school. This is the high school when I was in Japan. It was twins, Anthony and Andre, and you could buy Anthony or Andre a lunch, and they would make you a whole MySpace background and integrate it into your MySpace before lunch period was over.
That's amazing.
Like, we really thought we was doing something. Like,
but we were. I mean, that social media was actually making us smarter.
Oh my
God. The social media that came out after that was the opposite.
So
I also feel like our parents, like if you think about it, because a lot of millennials tend to either have boomer parents or Gen Xer parents. I have Gen Xer parents. A lot of our parents were very freaked out by social media.
Yup.
But Gen Zers will either have Gen X parents or they may have older millennial parents. And millennials aren't that afraid of social media, so they're not monitoring it like,
No.
Gen Xers and boomers were doing.
Yo, you
No,
remember those early days where like the parental controls on computers?
Oh, yeah.
We're
Oh,
super strong.
God.
I mean, you remember when we couldn't even use our real names on the internet
Nope.
or give out anything real about us?
And how everybody was some form of God's child. Yep.
That's so funny, God's child. I remember my AIM username to this day, which I made up when I was like 12 or 11. It was Foxy09277. And I have no idea why I chose that or what significance that
I'm
had
sad. Mine
at that
wasn't
time.
funky.
What
Like
was yours?
mine was just Troy Taylorton.
Oh my God, mine was B flavor 32.
But you know what? I made up for it with my first email.
Oh God, what was
And
your first email?
it's so bad.
What was it?
Okay. Nini, which is my childhood nickname. Rox, ROX, DA,
Oh no.
22.
No.
You know what? Yep, that works.
That did it. That did it.
That welcome. Like, listen, we have a comment that says, I have deleted booktube videos I filmed because I was looking ugly that day. That is something that we need to stop saying to ourselves.
I've done that.
And granted, yes, I have recorded full-blown vlogs and everything, and never showed y'all because I said that I looked ugly that day. So one, we don't look ugly. It's just sometimes we don't feel like getting dressed up to the standard that we put on ourselves because of social media and stuff.
Just to let you guys know, though, if you just private videos on YouTube, there is actually a website that you can go to, and it will show you a YouTuber's complete list of videos, even private ones. So delete it.
Really?
Whichever it is you want deleted, delete it. Don't.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I saw this
That's super depressing.
YouTuber talking about it, and he even showed a video of it. I saw this like a year or two ago of how you can do it.
How is that even like right?
There's always when you think you have
where there's a will, there's a creep.
There's always some way.
That's so sad.
But yeah, we've got to be, I think the moral of today's story is literally like, we've got to stop telling ourselves things like, I was looking ugly that day. No. Actually, yeah, I need to go back and make sure I deleted all the right things I deleted. But now my brain is like, holy shit. But like, I'm trying to, like, I have been telling myself, like, I'm not allowed to call myself ugly anymore. Because like, I'm a bad bitch with makeup or without makeup, with a fro, with a wig and a bonnet, whether I have on clothes or not. Do I believe all of these things that I'm saying right now? Not yet.
But you're on the way.
But you gotta like, it's like I am actively working on changing how I talk about myself, especially to myself, but also out loud to others, because we have a tendency, it's the same way of how like when people say like, oh, I have to get dressed for a formal event, and it's like I have to go get my hair straightened. Where the idea is like, well, why can't you just wear your hair as is? Because like we've been conditioned to believe that our natural state is not like formal,
presentable.
It's the same way where it's like you in your natural habitat, we've been trained to believe that in order for it to be acceptable, we have to be done up in a certain way. Now, I will say, to be clear, as Black people or as Black women, it is something about getting a fresh new hairstyle that even I could be literally in a holy t-shirt and some apocalyptic sweatpants, but because my hair just got done, I'm slaying on everybody.
Oh, 100%.
I don't know what type of voodoo that is, but like that's like the universal like I'm cute.
It really is.
Right.
Like, if I have my nails done, my hair is done, and my eyebrows are done, look, you cannot fucking tell me.
It's so bad. Whenever I schedule to get my hair braided, I make sure I do my eyebrows the night before I get my hair braided because I already know I'm gonna be like, "Oh, girl, you cute."
Yes. It's like you already know.
Right.
Like,
it's like
if I were to get pulled over, I'd be like, "Oh, are you sure?"
You know, one of the plus sides to having sisters is whenever me and Chris are in the same house, and if one of us does anything out of the ordinary, so I'm that person who I'm always frumpy 24/7. I'm not gonna lie. So when I do feel like, you know what, I look feeling cute today. Let me get something on. I'll be in the bathroom mirror and she'll be go, ow, ow, and then I'll turn, I'll go, ow, ow, and then we just ask the floor. My mom's just like, but there is something.
Honestly, that is the best part about having sisters.
Honestly, but and then we start like twerking and doing stupid shit.
Yep,
and,
that sounds about right.
Yeah, and my mom was just like, did I birth you too? But anyway, it's something about, I don't know what it is. I was watching. I don't know if y'all know who this is, but she's a YouTuber. Her name's Haley Gamba. I can't say her last name. But I watched one of her videos and she was like, you know, basically saying that how she's called herself a self-care queen, right? And she was like, listen, even when I'm at my shittiest feeling, I put on my wig, I get my protective style, and something about it, that's it.
That's it.
It's like on my word, y'all. Like, here's a real honest moment. Y'all want to know when I'm most depressed? When you see my face on Instagram.
Really?
I kid you not. Yeah. Like all the times where I'm like actually showing my face, or like my makeup is done up to the gods, or like I'm showing y'all a new wig, or like for some reason I'm walking around my house with a full beat face. It's the days where I'm feeling the worst.
Oh, wow.
Well, if we're talking about that, if y'all see me watching any Jane Austen adaptation, I'm depressed.
Not the other day.
Though. But like
I just watched Pride and Prejudice.
Oh yeah, I was depressed, baby.
Yeah, you're supposed to, but you're supposed to like. It's like when you get depressed, instead of like wallowing, like for example, like the last time y'all saw my face on social media, like I did my face because I woke up that morning and I was like, oh my God, my face looks so fat. And I was like, no, actually your face is beat as fuck. Mm-hmm. And your skin is smooth. So your makeup is going to lay on your face smooth. Watch you do this. And then I put it on and I was like, oh bitch, first of all, high clearness, high smooth surface. So that's like, good. I'm not saying lie to yourself. I'm saying change the narrative.
Yeah, change the narrative. I like that.
Jane Austen or Howl's Moving Castle. If I'm watching Howl's Moving Castle,
bro. If I'm watching Howl's Moving Castle, I'm like 2 seconds away from ordering a pizza to eat too.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Yep. At that point, if I'm watching Howl's Moving Castle, I am literally at the point where I'm just like, bitch, what are you doing? Like. Who cares? Buy the pizza.
I've been trying to recognize my triggers and stuff, and I'm like, nope. I'm gonna reverse this somehow. And so lately, it's been, first of all, I bought way too many wigs in 2020. Like I was going somewhere, so like I have so many wigs in my closet that y'all have not even seen yet. That I'm literally waiting for a quote unquote rainy day. Because there is something about doing your hair.
Yeah, there is. 100% agree.
It's like, so I understand, like, I get it. You felt like you wasn't on point that day, so you deleted your videos. But also, like, just say that wasn't like your best look. Instead of calling yourself ugly.
If some of these girlies can get in front of their camera looking like they haven't washed their hair in about 3 years, then
what?
Oh my God.
We talking about self-love and we went to a whole different level.
I'm just saying that people love to literally roll out of bed looking like they have bedhead, haven't like even properly groomed themselves, and they're like, hi guys, and they're perfectly okay with it. So, and everyone's okay with it too. We're like, hey, what's up? So I'm just saying.
Valid points for me. Am I also dying a little bit? Yep. Points were made. I Also, yes, I do understand this idea where, I come from one of those put your best self forward West Indian families. My family's not West Indian, but there is this idea that for Black people, like when we come, we have to always like come correct. Mm-hmm. But like, remember the definition of come correct is your own definition.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So if you're defining what come correct is based on what other people say, how much fun is that anyway?
Not at all. And like, I'm sorry, if you can't look homeless on the book side of YouTube.
She said if you can't look homeless on BookTube, where can you be homeless? Where can you be homeless? First of all, let's stop playing. We're Black. We cannot look homeless on any part of YouTube.
But no, because listen,
not
if we do that, we don't got to worry about the white people or the non-Black POCs. We need to worry about the other Black people.
I'm about to say, thank you. I'm about to say, because the people we'll be dealing with then is other us coming from our
y'all see, they put Tila Dunn's wigs on blast on Black Twitter every other day.
Like, she needed help. I'm glad she got the help she needed.
So like, I would never post my I have made videos where I wasn't wearing makeup and wearing my glasses. I have posted videos like that, but at the same time, there is a level that I will not cross in the terms of too chill.
I only say that because like our level of homeless, and I kid you not, like I will meet up with my friends for brunch, my friends who are not Black, and they'll be like, "What's the dress code?" And I'm like, homeless, and they're like, okay, and they legitimately show up looking homeless, and I'm wearing just like a nice little like like set, like a sweat set, and they're like,
you know better, but
that's my version because I'm Black, and they're like, why do you look good? And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, this is not the dress code, and I was like, the dress code was homeless. They're like, yeah, but you actually look good. And I'm just like, this is a sweatsuit set. Like, girl, what are you talking about? I would not wear this.
First of all, and
normally.
Again, I'm not saying this to be mean or anything, but there's levels to this shit. And like, you already knew when you said homeless that you had to step yours down 2 more notches.
I physically cannot.
Right.
You know what? I live in Texas, and I don't know what it is about Texans, but like, we all have this undisclosed dress code of we're just going to wear this baggy ass shirt that like covers half of our shorts. So when I tell my friends, oh no, I'm looking busted and disgusted, I know they come and busted and disgusted.
Yep. I've seen it.
Oh, not a big ass shirt that covers half your shorts.
I'm serious. And then like my best friend Ty, like because we live in walking distance of each other's houses, I always joke with her that she dresses like Pharrell on a day-to-day basis.
So much today.
All I can picture is that hat that looks like it's like a park ranger's.
Okay, because she listens to this podcast, and if she hears me say this, she gonna kick my ass. Minus the park ranger hat.
Okay.
Oh, you gonna get cussed out today.
I will never. But okay, I always tell her she dresses like Pharrell, right? Or that she looks like the bag lady. So she'll text me ahead of time. She's like, "Bitch, when you come over, don't even start, because I got my little boy Pharrell on. Okay, I'm in joggers and a sweatshirt." And I'm like, "Oh, baby, good, because I didn't want to come over if we get fucked up and I gotta look all cute. What I'm beating my face for if we get drunk in your living room?"
I cannot.
It's kind of how like even in our relaxed state, we're still wearing belts.
Right.
So annoying. It's like I would love to not actually have to wear things.
I know. I remember it took me the longest time to accept that people were wearing leggings as pants.
Wait, that's such an Oshale thing. Because remember,
that is the most Oshale thing I've heard today.
Do y'all remember, like a year and a half ago when I graduated and I really didn't want to wear heels? And I was like, maybe I'll just wear kitten heels. And Oshale was like, no.
Yes. Oh my God. Oshale was like, you will not wear.
But seriously, you would have regretted it.
Oh my God.
I would have regretted falling in front of thousands of people.
Okay,
it was literally like you had called Oshale a bitch. She was like, oh no, ma'am.
I'm sorry. Oh God.
I gotta remember if Oshale and I ever meet in person, I gotta come done the fuck up.
You know what's funny? Because when I met Oshale during what the hell was the name of that conference thing we went to? Booknet Fest. Thank you. When I met her, like, what's funny is I was pulling at her. It was her and fucking Amber. I was like, oh, and Jerry. I was like, I did not really put together an outfit.
You did say that. You were like, this is not what I usually would have. I was like,
yeah, I was like, I legit thought since we were going to be around all these white people, that I didn't need to do that much. I mean, my wig was wigging, but yes, like nothing else was.
Like, that's hilarious.
I'm sorry I didn't go, Brittany, because I would have been right there with you. I'm like, we got on the plane.
Listen, I was saying that was the first time I met Oshale and Amber and Jerry, and I was just like, why are all of y'all killing every look? Shit.
You know, it's so funny. My dad, he dresses up to get on the damn plane, and one day he took me to the airport. He said, "You're going like that?" And I'm like, am I going to Hong Kong and flying first class? Like, what the hell am I doing?
That is my mom to a T. She'll be like, oh no, like every Christmas, I already know for Christmas when I fly in, I need to be in an outfit.
Right.
Because like, you know, before Christmas, like you get your nails done, you get your hair done. Mm-hmm. That's fine. But don't roll up in that airport and not also be wearing, like, I get like really cute, like I'll get like really cute sweatpants, matching sneakers, a cute little top with a cardigan, an earring, necklace. Let me stop lying. My mom don't listen to this podcast. I bring all of that in a Ziploc bag, and when I get off the plane, I change into it accordingly before I walk outside. So what we're not going to do is show up to my mama looking like, you know, whatever.
You're like, I'm not about to hear her mouth today.
And let me tell you this, there is nothing wrong with getting dressed up for the plane, but that nigga came for me.
He came for your whole life.
I get on the plane with the intention of, one, I want to be really comfortable because I'm probably going to knock out before we even take off.
Yep.
And two, I want to be really comfortable, and there's nothing comfortable about wearing a belt.
No.
Is that enough? Y'all want me to wear a bra?
Brittany has beef with belts.
I know.
I have beef with belts because they always pinch my skin. They're not right.
You know what my dad and his sister, my aunt, could not get with?
What?
Joggers.
Really?
I used to wear joggers all the time. And you know what? I told my dad one day, I said, Daddy, buy yourself some joggers. He said, I ain't buying that shit. I said, buy yourself some joggers. He does not wear anything but joggers now. I'm like, bruh, it is so amazing.
What was his argument for it, though? You know,
okay. In his defense, he was judging by how I was wearing joggers. I was walking out the house with the bonnet, the joggers, and the baggy shirt because I was going to my auntie house. Right, and we weren't doing nothing. And that's so he only sees me in the joggers. So this nigga thinking, so the point is to look like a bum?
Oh no!
Oh my God.
I'm like, Daddy, you can dress up. And then one day he saw my best friend Ty wearing them. He gonna tell Ty, T, I should have known to holler at you about this whole jogger thing. Because you know Troy gonna come around here looking like some little preteen boy. I was like, now you know what? You know what?
Boy.
This is exactly where the self-esteem issues come from. Thank you for giving my therapist weekly service. You are keeping my therapist in business.
Okay.
I can't.
Wow. He came for your neck.
That's crazy. When I used to play sports, I wore sweatpants. Well, let me rephrase. I played sports all year round. There was never a break for me. Because like even during school breaks, I was still going to practice. So I had a very wide plethora of sweatpants by the time I became a teenager, especially because we moved to Germany, and I'm an island baby. I was born in the States, but I moved to Okinawa, Japan when I was 2. And I left Okinawa, Japan when I was turning 16.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
then,
a long time.
Right. We left in the summer in Okinawa where it was like 109 degrees the day that we left.
Damn.
And we arrived in Germany on their hottest summer day. It was 77.
Oh, I know you were cold.
I thought I was freezing. All of us got sick. All of us had colds.
Oh, wow. Damn.
So like that first year, I legit wore sweatpants all year round.
Like your body was so cold. Yeah.
That first snow, I had on at least 5 layers. My mom was like, "Baby, you don't need all of that." I'm like, I do.
Yeah, you're like, look,
I didn't ask y'all to take me off the island. You should have kept me there.
Right? Oh no.
Was that the appeal of Houston, that you were so damn used to heat?
No. The money is the only thing that drug me here. And I wish I could find the money to send me somewhere else.
Me being there isn't enough.
Girl, don't even sit here and act like we've seen each other.
I was about to say, y'all live in the same damn city.
It's the audacity for me to sit on Beyonce's internet and act like we.
I really tried it.
You dusty bitch.
Oh Lord.
I was like, oh my God, am I missing?
I'm like, not her fixing her lips to sit here.
Okay, but wait. Let's be clear here. I never passed Pearland. This hoe always passes Third Ward.
Okay, there we go. There we go. I cannot with y'all.
But also, due to Troy being hella antisocial and I respect her boundaries, I would never just roll up on her neither.
That's fair. That's more than fair.
You know,
I appreciate that.
See, we have an understanding.
Oh my gosh.
But to be clear, if she did be like, Brittany, help, or Brittany here now, I'd be there. So
just hit me up when next time you want to go to a Japanese stationery store.
That's also the thing, because we were supposed to drive to one, but then shit happened and life happened, and like we never got a chance to go.
Y'all should go.
It's not for like Oshale just wants us to go because she's irritated with us.
Yeah, Oshale is really is highly annoyed. We've known each other for how many years now, and
I know
less than 20 minutes away from each other.
I don't understand it.
And there's now a whole tollway that takes you directly from Pearland to where I live.
This is making it worse. Just like what?
Breaking news. Brittany and I actually don't like each other. That's what this all about.
Oh yeah, no, like put it all over the gossips. Like we can't stand each other.
I'm about to go on Guru Gossip after this. See if we made the cut.
I'm like, damn, I didn't know we were that. Like, are we like that?
Made it on there before though?
We have a thread on there. I refuse to read it. I was like, I'm not doing this to myself.
Yo, we got a whole thread.
It's not very long.
I refuse. I will never go look at that. But damn,
I don't think it's a thread. I think it was inside, just like the random booktuber thread.
Okay, good. Thank goodness.
That's so funny.
Well, on that note. I just realized that we were supposed to do our wrap up, but we have run out of time.
I mean, let's be honest. There wasn't really much for me to wrap up anyway.
We'll just say that Fairy Tale Retellings Week was not very successful, and we probably will not be bringing it back next year. But we are going into our favorite week, which is Monster Week. So this week is to read any book that features your favorite lovable monster. Just not aliens do not count because obviously aliens can't be black. They're literally of another world. So we are thinking werewolves, vampires, if you can find some romances that feature black vampires, black werewolves. I feel like you can have black mermen. I think that can be a thing. If you can find that, I haven't been able to, but if you can, hey. I'm trying to think what else. I feel like werewolves are the most prevalent.
We're reading Demon Time this week.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
It's titled Demon Time. Somebody asked me, like, Brittany, you don't even read romance. Like, what made you want to read Demon Time? I'm like, it's literally called Demon Time. If he's not slanging, I will put the book down.
Not if he's not slanging. No. That is hilarious.
It's called Demon Time. What else am I supposed to expect?
I'm dead. I could just see Brittany on page 1, like, waiting for the meat to slang. Like, what? Oh, wow. Okay, that's going to be a great time. So, and we have our weekly reading sprint this Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come join us for our midweek sprint as we get some reading in or do whatever you want to do. We're going to try to make it an hour this week. And then we will be sticking to our wrap up this upcoming Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully, we will have something to wrap up.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have something to wrap up. If I'm not gonna read anything else, I'm going to read that one.
I know, that's like the only book on my TBR.
I have like 4 books that are options, but that's the first one because I saw the title and just busted out laughing.
Oh, look.
What?
Vina says she has potentially the name of a Black merman
I feel like
romance.
we had a merman or a mermaid romance on the list last year. I feel like I need to go look. I think we might have one.
Okay.
At least one, but I mean, if there's more, that would be really good because
the more the better.
I know the vampire one is like Succulents.
Yeah. That was actually a pretty good read. I read it last year.
Yeah. So we just also if you follow my shop Instagram, then you know that tomorrow we are officially showcasing the cover for this year's planner.
Yes.
And it's funny, I'm currently like re-editing it right now as we speak because I've redrawn it 4 times.
Oh, wow.
And I'm struggling with trying to accept it how it is.
Why? What's wrong with it?
How do I explain this? I like it when I draw it. I don't like it the next day. So sometimes what I have to do is I have to draw it, close it, not look at it until it's time to post it.
Gotcha.
Because, y'all gas me up all the time. So I'm just, I know I'm being very overcritical. I drew the sketch for this like in November of last year. I drew the sketch for this.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had it for a very long time. And I think that's the problem.
Gotcha.
So I'm just trying, like right now, I'm like, okay, you're allowed to finish this redraw. You are not drawing it again.
That's it.
You're going to, not only are you going to like stop, but you're going to like pre-schedule the reveal so that it'll post before you have time to go make more corrections.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
It's a struggle bus out here, guys. A struggle.
You are your harshest critic, my friend.
I know. I'm trying. That is the self-care that I'm trying to give myself.
I know. I feel like I feel like the main message from tonight is just to build up your self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And that is really going to get you on the path to self-love, because once you're aware of what you're doing and how that's affecting your inner self, your self-esteem, your sense of self-worth, then that's really the first step, because then you can start on the path to correcting the behaviors that are limiting you and holding you down.
I agree. I really hope that everybody has a wonderful night. I really enjoyed this conversation. We're also here to tell Troy that she's going to do amazing this year with her grad school.
Yes, Troy, you're going to do amazing. You're going to do amazing, sweetie. My Kris Jenner voice.
Yeah, I was like, what voice was that?
I was trying to sound like Kris Jenner. It didn't really work out.
Word? You were trying to, you know what? All right. Never mind.
You haven't seen that meme?
No.
She has this famous meme where she's like, I don't know who she's talking to, but she's like, you're doing amazing, sweetie. And they're like literally doing something they shouldn't be doing or something like that. It's from their show.
Lord.
It's definitely a moment where your mother should not be telling you that you're doing amazing. I think it's when, it was when Kim was doing her photo shoot for Playboy. And she was like naked and like covered in pearls and feeling very self-conscious. And Kris Jenner's on the side like, you're doing amazing, sweetie. And everyone's like, oh my God. That's why it's funny.
Oh, wait, before we go, of course, Vina came in with the Rex. sated on the beach, or sated on the beach, merman erotica.
Nice.
There you go. For anybody who's listening and was wondering.
That's good. And the other one, she put the name of the other one, or Ruxel did, the Perfect
Waters?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Perfect
Waters. It's Perfect Waters by Leisha McCoy.
Okay.
I think that was on the list last year.
I feel like it was. I know one of them was on the list. But either way, those are 2 merman options if you're looking to get, I don't even know an appropriate thing to say there, so I'm not going to say that.
You're looking to get your tail wiggled.
No, because I'm too logical. I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, I'm too logical too. I don't know how that, I'm confused. So let's move on.
Yeah, nope. I'm already thinking too hard on it. Nope.
On that note,
stay blessed. Stay black.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.